This is a hugely significant development. It's the first time in American history that a former president has been indicted on federal charges, and it comes shortly on the heels of the first time in American history that a former president had been indicted on state charges. The walls around former President Trump are closing in from a legal perspective. These are very serious charges, and they're also the kind of charges that if the federal prosecutors and the Department of Justice are bringing them, as they clearly now are likely to be particularly easy to prove if, in fact, the Department of Justice has decided that these are charges that they want to bring, which they have. Well, if you lie to federal prosecutors, it doesn't matter if you're the former president of the United States. And that's actually, while this is a serious and somber occasion, it's actually an example of one of the positives of America: accountability to the rule of law, even at the highest levels. And in fact, it was striking to witness that when he was indicted in New York on the charges arising out of the Stormy Daniels affair and the classification of those expenditures, his poll numbers actually improved. Now, is that causation or is it merely correlation? It's very, very difficult to say. But one thing that we have learned over the last couple of years in particular is that the normal rules, the normal political assumptions that apply seemingly don't apply in the same way to Donald Trump. His supporters rallied around him after those New York charges. It will be interesting to see what not only his supporters, but his fellow Republicans in Congress and his fellow Republican candidates for the presidency have to say about this in the coming days. Now, does it mean that he can't run for president? No. We live in a country where, in the United States, rightly or wrongly, a convicted felon, even if he's convicted, can be elected president. He could even, in theory, serve as president while incarcerated. So he announced on one of his social media platforms, he released a video, and of course, it's straight out of the Donald Trump playbook. It's, this is a hoax, they're attacking me, this is a political vendetta, it's a witch hunt. It's the usual repertoire of his, comments.